Hi. A mate of mine earlier today said they just started playing cello and trying to play some music together and maybe start a band, play some duet stuff. Basically, they said I, I can read the definition of what an eighth note is, a quarter note, etc. But like actually applying that to playing cello, playing music it's really hard. I can't really do it. Um, isn't important for me to know much music theory. Basically, what I want to do here is look at just quickly, some practical things that might help with, knowing what and intuiting what an eighth note and a quarter note feel like and what it's like to play them, differentiating them from each other, and also just some, general discussion things about music. So the first thing I want to say is I do not believe you need to know how to read music or know music theory to be a good musician. I think they are separate skills. I think you can be the best guitarist or cellist in the world. I think it's a little harder probably to be a cellist or a classical musician without knowing how to sight read, but I don't think it's impossible. You can be the best instrumentalist in the world, musician, and have no idea how to read music or sight read or anything because they are separate skills. I think it's a good goal to have to be able to sight read. I think it's always good to help expand your musical, proficiencies, talents. But like for the average person, they don't want to or need to know how to sight read. Most people that pick up an instrument just do it to, have something productive to learn and practice and be able to do for themselves or to impress someone or hang out with their mates, whatever it is. I think the minority of people benefit from being able to sight read and exploring more technical kind of music theory stuff. I think there's a lane for it, but you don't need to stress about it. Like if you can spend if you're going to spend like half an hour, 2 hours trying to learn to read music or trying to learn to write music, you're probably 9 times out of 10 better off just practicing, like just doing some scales, just doing some fretting work or whatever the equivalent is. Some rhythm stuff. Everyone can get better with the rhythm. Maybe not some drummers, but most people. I mean, my rhythm's terrible. But basically, just wanted to look at the mental thing that helps me is that in the space that one quarter note will take up, 2 eighth notes can take up. Just the principle of half note is half as long as a whole note, so there are 2 of them instead of 1 of them. This is a whole note, rings out for the entire bar. Half notes ring out for half of the bar. Practically, no reason to stress too much about it. It really is just about feel and what the music sounds like. Like it's all sheet music is. It's just a tool and a shared language with other musicians to be able to collaborate and create art and music easier. That's all it is. So this is House of the Rising Sun on guitar, as it typically, give or take, as I've written it and as I play it. I'll just insert a bar between these. Sorry, I'm a bit sick. So this is how I've written it, how typically it's played, I think. and then after that is the first 4 bars of the song played with only 8th notes. So it's not in 4/4, but that's not super important. So this is how it normally is with quarter note, 8th note, 16th note, 16th note. And practically speaking, when you play that, it sounds like this. Not like that. That's terrible. That just cut my nails and I overdid it. But like in a practical sense, you hear how those 16th notes, and so 8th note, so these 3 notes functionally they're played the same way as each other. So even though these are 16th notes and this is an 8th note, it's just about how much time between this note and this note. So the time between this 8th note and this 8th note is going to be the same amount of time between this 8th note and this 16th note. I'm hoping the mic's picking that up, but it's and that's, just being able to play that and being able to hear that and kind of like figure it out by stuffing around with the rhythm and the tempo is, I think, the main thing in a practical sense. Like, you don't need to understand that this is twice as long a note as this. You just need to know that when you play it this way, it sounds the same as it does when it's written out, when it's close-ish to the Animals recording. So this is what it would sound like if it was all 8th notes. And just for simplicity's sake, I'll try and get rid of like any of the potential legato, even though I definitely wasn't having any legato there, in my playing, to show you what it actually, like, what it would sound like on a real guitar. Something like that. It's not exactly, but you get the idea. It's as opposed to and that all the difference is the rhythm and the feel of the song that's been, like, internally, that's been created by the length of these notes. So it's you don't need to know, like, this bar is 2.1 seconds because it's 100 beats a second or whatever. Well, actually, this bar is probably is less. It's like 1.7. Doesn't matter. I think that explains something, hopefully. Let's play it again so you have a better, just together, understanding of what it sounds like and the differences. hopefully that helps. Yeah.